Everyone, we can admit.
What? Everybody here, yes.
Ah,
last the joke la.
No.
Last so that one in pay. That located in the watch so that. I got it on a candle that's Hacomaro.
Model.
That and the German can you get into pay and name out of your contact coach on the do some.
Absolutely.
Tanda Casa, dang it, some cutting down, Sonam Konabani. Kalekam Yakucha, the engine can check your number to the middle. Nick again at that corner, not all. Not all coin and belly. Did you do any pay? Should you get it like the corner? Cousin Kaji teach that ring and joke in it. I want to touch it, Bolling and joke $2.
Louded.
Mare cutting.
Ajak can get him at me. They might jar.
Kiri Yapem, the Trajakan, and some of them was simply teaching. Kiri Trajakan attended some Kiri Yapem for Nadala. And yes, some of Canon said that Trajat can teach you another something.
Sometimes the couldn't tame.
Lado, they tended so, yeah.
Oh, you want to go to Sade, Kasha tour and go to Dala.
I just do it. I just saw. I just do it that the Pomogene Marala, the job Pomo.
Joe near dollar.
The job near dollar.
Jigden with that, somewhat down to that Kasha tour in age, good nando, Johnson juice, them joke it up, it's such machine on dollar.
Here, the job in a job the job name.
That didn't your name on dollar. As that page to two is a
This is Pusha.
That's all.
Hello, then what is her name? Christy, now start.
One more minute.
Okay.
Yes, let everybody in. Yes.
Karma Krimas,
but I put live stream already. So it's live stream on YouTube right now.
Yeah, you should not put live stream because we talk normal things. Nobody knows what we are saying.
Then couldn't couldn't pay when Jesaras, couldn't shooting the Jinja and rain.
Oh, that's a pair of I think it's Islamic Lamaro.
No, not really.
You could do the German, the Yamatogo, and also the Cardo, the Roya.
See, Lamgare, then a piece joke dollar. Yeah, Rigan.
The Lothar and just some money coaching was the left. The job to will thing. A pair of a Kunilama, Mount, but in Yachi road, when Dangima Rinpoche, Kunilam, Lugus, Song. Chasha.
You won't do it, such a pay. I won't do it.
I can't let that catch.
That page one on that train, Joe Jane, the train Lama Urology, Shola, some Lama Uru, the Hanu Tatan, Koraji Jaji, Shola, the Jindoyula.
Oh, nice.
Because I chant some got a job sign.
Oh, that's on that
That my Sham Chorochi Kora Japanese fishing, you must have you for Gumbaland Mayonge, not in
Oh,
That's all. So we're ready. So on later, do you have a kata now?
But we have to recite first is a opening prayer, no?
Yeah, I just remind them. Tashidele Khenchen Rinpoche, Ola, Lamala, and everyone. So today is a very special day. Today is the last day, the last section of Gongchik. And to save time, we will start soon. And we will start with my mandala offering. Today, Dupont Kunsang will change Tibetan and Pauline will change English.
Mind mandala, right? Not body mandala. Can I start? Christy?
Yes, yes.
Guru Devandra Kinerena Mendrala Bradeva.
Completely liberated from the bounds of real and unreal, transcending the names and attributes of arising, cessation, and abiding, coming and going, affirmation and denial. The Supreme Mandala is a natural state. By offering it, may we be blessed to attain the state of Buddhahood. Om Guru Devada Kini Ratna Mandala Pratisasu.
Sanje Chudan Tojen Jonan Lai Janju Pandu Dane Jadunche Dake Jinsu Jembe Sonam Bala Benjir Sanje Chudan Tojen Jonan Lai Janju Pandu Dane Jadunche Dage Jinsu Jimbe Zonam Jindrola Benjir Sanje Drumbur.
Until awakening, I take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and the Supreme Assembly. By the merits of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
Danyambe Sanjan Tamje Deva Devi Judan Dembra Juraj Dunga Dan Dunga Judan Trevor Juraj Dunga Mebe Deva Damendra Juraj Niran Chada Nidan Trav Danyum La Nebra Juraj Ma Namga Danyambe Sanjan Tamje Deva Dan Devi Judan Dembra Juraj Dunga Dan Dunga Judan Trevor Juraj Dunga Mebe Deva Damendra Juraj Niran Chada Nid Darve Danyum La Nebra Juraj.
May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion.
Hoi Chanse Wadan Chujin Shambadan Jesu Yerang Gujin Survai Gewa Chungse Dake Jesambaya Tamche Zobe Chanju Chembur.
Whatever slight virtues I have accumulated through prostration, offering, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and requesting, I dedicate it all for the sake of complete enlightenment.
Saji Buju Juji Medo Linji Nide Jimbande Sanji Shinla Migde Purva Yin Rugu Namda Shindu Jivarish Gusum Yonzo Lame Zonam Lai Jena Sansum Dejin Nijin Chu Dalu Longju Nasi Yongji Lai Lame Chu Nujo Zandu Ume Guru Devanda Gine Rena Menda Pade
The ground is sprinkled with scented water and strewn with flowers. It is adorned with Meru, the supreme mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon. As a Buddha field, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of the Buddha field. To the lamas who possess three kayas, I offer the outer, inner, and the secret offerings. With my body, wealth, and all that is visible, please grant me the supreme realization and enlightenment.
Simje Namje Sambata Loye Cheda Chedava Chejun Tumon Tebaye Chujin Kulu Gurdu So.
Please turn the wheel of the Dharma, of the greater and lesser vehicle, and the teachings come unto both, according to the disposition and mental capacity of sentient beings.
Kanshin Kurbe Johnson Jesuron Shankara Gawale Duran Zebe Kaji Rinpoche Jiva Nambrata Vejan Jen Chen Labji Chujun Jazu Jimbu Yendrase Meshishin Manam Jache Wa Yunung Wa Tunji Dribe Drupje Tema Mebe Lama Tamba Nangla Chan Sarjin Chuda Jabzan Jewa Chinjin Labaran Zendo So Dojin Chan Wandelo Narvata Marmita Bukadun Jidengu Gadin Sumdin Seve Lamesh Zaju Lama Yedam Chusong La Survan Devso Da Jushin Jilo Chinzing Ada Demba Zo Sanje Gandurum Parden Lamara Shara Dujira Yen Tarvelam Damba Yun Zenshin Yenam Gusha Zar Lada Lame Mamje Wambodan Jarjin Lao Su Chuje Chola Chawa Cheban Sanje Sonra Rabdu Shishin Deve Juru Jurwa Tedan Cheche Tambe Chunyin Barayan Drishi Shi Namgada Nyambe Samje Tamje Tundu Toja Lana Mebra Yantabra Zobe Sanjiji Kumbandam Bachinajang Tobracha Ti Chedu Sonra Nambra Tabala Sujindu Jubra Jivu Nyambe Tujeba Rinpoche Sadam de Sember Shu Telander Kanshik Sember Chewe Chuji Rimbate Tene Tumba Yantabra Zobe Sanje Jumden Dejeda Chu Jing Kolo Rimba Namba Sum Senayanda Chuji Pumbu Jechi Chidong Senayanda Yana Tigba Chechung Hada Jeba Senayanda Te Tamchegi Tene Tun Oda Cho Jigdu Dune Tene Kansa Jig 산지기 공방 토브르치베기 람름나 데네데네 송웨기 다추 데네 공바치베기 용세야다 데니 데네 쇼르치베 가브레 다 데인데 자네데네 간조 가상다 좀 두바 연체 차상 슈 심바체네든 단단 간조 좀 듬바슈베 갑데르와 다 듬베 나나 양도송가시 공도 슈 심베 왕도 당와다
With the kind of motivation to attain the Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings, we are here on the Gongchik, which is the source or the essence of all the teachings of the Buddhas, and which also comprises all the teachings of Sutra and Tantra, which also comprises the three turning the wheel of Dharma, and also like all the teachings, 84,000 teachings of the Buddha were comprises here, and that is the Gongchik. And we have been teaching about the Gongchik for now. So we have finished almost, and we have finished up to 6 units, the vital points. And right now we are in the middle of the 7th unit, which is on the Resultant states of the teachings. And all of you listen carefully. That's all.
다티 인디자네 드니 가산 다 산지 사이 제부세버와 네 추응아댕이 나네 드니 가산 시원한신데 단중 호와서야 다티 되나 투용 어웨 그거 투용 요래 아니 생각하는데 호와제 나네 호와제도 나네 드니 조 데려와 가세 단단한 조다지 송대야 호외의 연구도와 다당 군대 탐지지 뒤섬도 사바던 유배 개외 자원디 다당 심chen 탐지 뉴도 라나메바 양탑으로 조배 창주를 보시 도버 줄지 조배 창주 랑호 연구요로와 다 조배 창주세야디 칸데지레 세인들산데 조배 창주데 근데 산제기 거당 산제기 예시 산제긴 제바 산제긴 틀레다 등조 되라든 조배 창주 세계로와 곧 장화래 데바 탐제 장화래 초발에 또바 용수조바 콩도 추발에 내기 장화 당 추반 타르침바데 드네 산지인도 자네 드네 호와던 제 돈은 제 산지게 사이 좀데 드네 쇼용구요다
As we have talked about the fivefold path of Mahamudra, and here the point on the seventh unit is on the basis of the dedications, and we have also talked about oneself and others, all the merits, all the virtues of oneself, and all the merits of the like samsara and also nirvana. And so we are dedicating all this merit for the ultimate enlightenment. And ultimate enlightenment is the Buddhahood, the state of Buddhahood, and also the deeds of Buddha, and also like the ultimate realizations of the Buddha, one who have realized the ultimate realization, and also one who have had the quality, the activities of the Buddhahood, and that is the resultant state. So, and we are right now at the point of teaching of the resultant state, that is the Buddhahood. That's all.
yeah. 다티 인디자네 드네 다 가산은 좀 돌송 그바 인체의 쉬었음을 왔다 돌송 집에 가라 토용요래 다티 인디 돌송 주반든 저 제대 가산은 좀 쉬어나 신레 지단테네 다지 인데고 산지기 공방 토 세르자네 당아란 속에 지금 남자 준게 드네 강에당 다지 자만직 바당 어디나신도 뇨데기를 용수조바 세네 드네 다 톱자 타르토바지 톱순도 자네 드네 양간조지 삼무지 당도 산지기 고마 톱잖아 드네 거 자와 강야메바 바지 남간난신 동바 동장 이와 저기 차안도지레 사마도던데 용구요로와 디인도 자네 드네 딘데 자기요 말에 산지 문바로 조바 상제잖아 다동 제반틀레 다지 남준 레장 드네지 제반틀레 제바 어떤지 용구요레스 이나야 텐데겐 제반틀레 텐조라 나랑서 나신치네 배수양 구요 말에 어티나신도 테네트단디 덴데지기 자와지 제고 선배 남도 텐데양 요마와 딘도 냐메 감보바게 테네 타르쟁 나도 틀레 똥민 로던제 송버와 산제겐 틀레데 남도 메베토네데 로던제기레 스테송는도 자네 테네 가산데네마 좀센카 카시에지와 산제테네 um버조와 상제서도 자네 테네 강야 메반나지 차 문르베 좀센텔라 테네 가산 공도 베나지 산제기 유튜브지에 장축했습니다. 주면 제발 말레스. 대zam지 마세드네 데운틀레 나초바 임바레스. 야다도나 좀센 이바 데운틀레 나초레스. 야 디토네 되는데 시슈에 갑레. 대인류장다 테링데네 돌지송데 주인군도 상자 규버지에서 야다 디토용 말에.
So as when we were talking now, we have had last time, day for yesterday, we had up to the 9th verses of the 7th unit. We have finished that. And today we are going to talk about from the 10th verses of the 7th unit. And here, the 10th verses, Jiten Sungin maintains that one needs to become a Buddha in terms of the entire absolute space of phenomena. And so on. Here, when we are talking about the resultant state of the Buddhahood, is like when you exhaust all the problems, all the complications, and usually what happens, usually the scholars, they think about is like when you exhaust like all this problem and all these activities, then you have a notion that nothing, there's no functions at all. There's no like kind of the deeds of Buddha at all. So what it means is it's not something like that. And it's like, as it is stated like by the Kampopa in his teachings, that like the Buddha deeds are infinite and it's free from the conceptions, and at the same time the continuation of the deeds are infinite, and it goes on. Like, so therefore it is stated that like the resultant state of deeds of the Buddha is non-stop going on, and it's spreading, and without having any kind of, what to say, the notions, but somehow without having any conceptions, the deeds of Buddha will go on and on. The continuations of it is there. So therefore it is stated that the continuation of the resultant state of the Buddha deed is non-stop going on. Lasoda.
다 주인 군든 상자 그버시 세드자네 드는 안조 남준 변나 다자 그땐바 샤차투바데 um버 조바 상지바레 세드자네 드는 나랑 저기 세지지 소식으로 상지 좀 된게 질 유르기 원도 제바 있나 잠불랭 나네양 surtaji 샤초기 자카 샤초기 나네양 드는 자가게 나네양 다지 네 등산 비하르세게로 다지 다단데 도르지된게 좋다 텐데 지글테네 nombre 좀 상제바레 상제세게 유르들라양 만조 체유바지 소제게 되네 상제스르고 돈을 사는 당도잖아요 다 상제세야 되겠지 고랑기 되네 단단데 다지 추다 직된게 내가 망체와진 진유지를 서면도 지마도베 시제 추탐제기 되는 내가 첨바당 되는 직된게 감탐제랑 nombre 상제바도보다 텐데기 거지 nombre 상제베게 출된 타예베지 만줄롱을 되는 형구요 말와 띠인도 다띵가랑 저기 지금 삼노당단도 오지 차용구요래 동문의 경우도 제용도 전에 산직 nombre 상제윤도 추탐제경 올라 상제고래 가르스나 상와단 제바스기도와 상용도 전에 가르상고래 추육이 내룩라 디베기 디바데 상고래 제용도 전에 가르 제고래서는 추육이 내룩도베기 시랍디 제고래 텐데게 상와단 제바니보데 시제기 추 탐체기 땡도 그네 로고 요래 땡도 전에 단단되는 제된 송국이 산제데 추기인 탐체라 상제고로 마도베 추 제라바지경 올라 상제바이나 텔 상제기 고추고 말레스 대나신도 신감 체메발라 nombre 상제구로 마도베 신감직 사차 제다바 찍라 상제베 출된바 점진되요 말레스 대인도 전에 되네 지금 상제기 제바든조 나랑 쪽에 로기 라왈레드네 용수도 바다 대바든데 지금 레스는 대송용구요 되게
So like when we talk about the enlightenment, the state of the Buddhahood, as we have stated in the like 10th of verses, and also particularly when we talk about the Shakyamuni Buddha, when Shakyamuni Buddha was enlightened, we have a notion that Shakyamuni Buddha was enlightened in a particular place. Like for example, in India, And even for like when you talk about it, we talk about Shakyamuni Buddha was born in the eastern part. So like in the eastern part, and within the eastern part, he was born in India, or even within the India, we can say that he was born in Bodh Gaya, and something like that. And also, if you talk about his wisdom aspect, like how, so we have a notion that he might know only some kind of dharma, which is related to the like kind of the the samsara and the nirvana. So something like that. It's not but whereas it is stated that the Buddhist knowledge is very vast, like extensive, and also like the Buddha knowledge is also like wisdom is also like one who can able to avoid, who can abandon all the obscurations and acquire all the knowledge. And the knowledge in the sense that to understand the nature of reality on the basis of all phenomena, not just one or two phenomena, but for all phenomena, understanding that, and also the Dhamma Dhatu, understanding the Dhamma Dhatu on the basis of all the phenomena, and this is known as the Buddhist knowledge. And also he can give the teaching, or he was giving the teaching at all all the realms, of the celestial palace, and so on and so forth, which is beyond our imagination, which is beyond our thoughts and concept. So therefore, the enlightenment itself and the teachings of the Buddha is very vast and very extensive. Vasola.
Yeah. That thing is an that tigi chewing kundu sanje gure say this umberwa. That he will get any dorsum than the chuchi bategi. Jume turba messi ranjuba say at this umber. That Jume turba messi ranjuba so in the Zane Tene Tadan the Chita Kashegi Yanchi the Shejatan Roji Che in the Zane Sanjing number Zoba Sanje Tawayina Tene Namka Nanshin Kotumba Tongchandoji Chandures. Yinna Tene Sanje Tubeku saying around Togan, Namala Sharchures, Sanjig Turba saying Sharchures. In a Tendege Sanjig Turbat and Zola, Mixeg Jokaya, Meva Jumi Jimmy Latin, Sanjig Turbat and the Yungures and Sanjig Turbala, Yanti Jum Mevat and the Yan, Sonjavat and the Yungure, T and Guzan, that Telatin in the Nekarasum Barsana, Jum Mebe Turbajion Sigmares, T and do when Sanje Tamje. Garba Tangmeba Mambolatne Sunanda Yishi Tsoni Sa Yundu Zane Tendegi Jujin Pusum Sovala Tenetene Sanje Namji Durjan Durvegi Durban number not so much doing Yures Tende Indu Sanje Latine Jogore Sanje Getine Turba Tamjeya Jodan Jeba Jenda Jeba Tendesires and all that Tindu Jume Turba Messi Ranju Basuman de Ranju Bas Sigde Tene Jodan Jeva Chingela Koguyus and a Kunchin Chugatabegi didn't have anything song in the Ranju say and the Juchen la Tuba Jins, Sanjig Trubatamje, the Julan Jewa, Jendan Jewa Jin, Duzane, Ranju Basco Gures, on the Tin Duzane Kandrian, Tene Zo Ju Sum Gures on the Namju Sanjig in Truba in and Sanjig in Tileting around Solan Juyala, Jikara Gures and a Sanje Namjing, Muntane, a Karwa Tame Mambola. To Hinji Chimbo Yana Yando Komba, Chanchuga Sam Yana Yando Komba, or te Sanje Gingun at Sanguig Judres. Te Tolataning around talking on a Sangway de Carriers and Sanje Turbatan, Sanje Tilela yating on Sujin Jet to the Mandusayate, Naranzo on a Juniva Teva Sangures. Then is Sanje Gingone, Tuji de Kaduina, Yoyo Kare, the Indutan Naranzo on a Teva de Nam Zomiwa inaya, then it Tusuji Tuyundu. 산지기 현재야 산지기 송투야 어다 텔레소베더니 틀레 나소진 주용그래 송바레 대인류산에 덴데기 체료더니 즉 대발라소바다 제야는 배송소고래 스티치드 산지기 드네 둘바 창마들라더니 주단 제바 젠다 제바 드네 지레 서야 대송바레
주숨 창을 송송을 지름시
la jig to de sumba de tu
Sumba
pa
to
set na mbo de sanje ge tuji niba de simjen ge teba sumba de ne tu tu
do thing bala sola. So as like on this 11th verses, it talks about a Buddha emanation without a cause is impossible. It is its own causes or continuum. So what it means is like, as we have said, that like Buddha, like when the emanation of Buddha comes about, sometimes there are some scholars stated that it comes about like kind of without the causes. And some scholars think that it's like kind of the sky, empty sky. When you get enlightened, it's become like kind of empty skies, like empty. And also when there comes the emanation of Buddha, so without having any causes, something like that. So, but what Lord Jiggesman stated is nothing is possible without the causes and condition. And like, and here what it says is like, whatever the Buddha's resultant state, it has its own causes and conditions. And like, it has to be dependent on the, like a perfect causes and condition. Like for the Buddha has to strive for eons and eons to cultivate the bodhicitta mind and have to have this kind of resultant state. So therefore, in order to have this kind of emanations for the Buddha, so like there are three kind of causes and condition. And one of the most important is that with the bodhicitta of the Buddha's mind, which has been cultivated or maintained for like countless eons. So that's the one causes. And condition from us is that from ourselves, there should be we have to have the devotion and the faith to the Buddha. So, and the third one is the timing, the timing of the meeting, the like Buddha, if the the bodhicitta of the Buddha and one's own like the devotion meets together on such a certain time, then it's possible, everything becomes possible. Otherwise, Buddha is also not possible. Even so, that's why the word Lord Jiggesman stated is, after having enlightenment, the Buddha mind goes on, and it was always there, extended over, and only if we have a like kind of the devotion, and at the right time, it will be having a ripening. And that's how we meet with the Buddha. So these three causes and conditions are prime. We need all these things. Also.
Yeah. Well, tene da dorsum juni bategi da kongda da tunda jigwan de wo sanje shije denjin denjung gu seya de dendu zane da danji de sanje ge turba jigu lan de shena ro sanje ge turba ina ya jugu re seya de sumbar ba da danda sanje ge turba zam mayin ba sanje ge ku kanren ra ji ina yang 탐지 denri ge ra ji res benna namjung ngon de sungdo 추근 남가진도 예매징 zugun jason jindu sosro sarar songdo tiendu zane namka me songa yinatani jason shabdesa yomare yan jason roji me songa yin ko namka tongbarang re mado kado ning jiwon tongya mewarwa tiendu zane namka dan jason tendri imba nanshin chene tene sanji ki kusumbo teyang tenjin rewaran jongwe rangshin jinjires ta tenjin rewaran jongwe rangshin kanri jila tenbare sidu zane tene kasing jidan robs ji shubare 단다 되는 dorji son chukson benana yang robs ji thonyong gre ti indu zane khandar yang pena sanje tene chujiku sayate tene tundam chanchugu sim gombe ki lagji imbatago. Tene tena shendo sanje zujiku sayate kunzub chanchugu sim gombe ki lagji imbatago. Tende indu zane tene chiga sanje sayate ya tenjin jaulan jungwe rangshin chinchiri mato pe 양지 주메 제멘저다 강양 매베게 되는 지금 남과 동산나시 말해스 띠인도 코로와다 냥에는 대비 추탐제고 댄들기라 진로와 가른다지나야 고 통보이나야 댄들이 마와지나야 댄들이 칭보지나야 댄들이 춘춘지나야 댄들이 산제이나야 댄들이 심지이나야 댄들과 댄들 많이 배추지야메 송로 띠인도 전에 근데 산제 시제와 같은 땡전 대원 중을 안 신트레지레스 근데 인도 근데 나랑 저기지 가르쳐 그래 댄들이 장신 진제 산지그 끝에 나랑 저기 지금 누구요나 댄도 댄들 가르를 댄도 저 간제질라 댄도 저 간제질라 댄신 전에 그 간제지 원도 전도 된소 신바 전에 근데 잠바다 닌지 쪼를 주베더니 장주게 섬 양타바더니 지금 공고래 서야 텐데지 담아송에서 산제 시작 땡진 전용 꾸스
Yeah, now the 11th Vajra verses talks about the how the emanation of Buddha was dependent on the causes and conditions, and here the 12th Vajra verses it talks about the how the Dhammakaya and the Buddhas resultant Buddha of the Dhammakaya and Sambhogakaya were all dependent on the causes and conditions. These talks about the dependent factor for the causes and conditions. For example, it's stated that without the causes and condition, nothing is possible. So therefore, it says the Dhammakaya is like a kind of the sky, and the Sambhogakaya is like kind of rainbow in the sky. So it's dependent upon them. So therefore, when we talk about the Dhammakaya, it's dependent upon its causes and condition. That is the kind of bodhicitta, the ultimate bodhicitta, and the Sambhogakaya depend upon the kind of the conventional bodhicitta and so forth. And this is how it talks about it. And whatever the kayas of the Buddha, there are 3 kayas of the Buddha, whatever the kayas of the Buddha, these are all dependent upon their specific causes and conditions. Nothing comes about without the causes and condition, like empty like the sky. So therefore, even the Buddha has to have its dependent factor to come into existence. Same as like the sentient beings also have to have dependent factor to come into existence. So therefore, in order to accomplish the Buddhahood, we have to first figure out what are the causes and conditions for such Buddhahood. For example, kind of with the bodhicitta, with the compassion mind, these are the main thing, and with many kind of requirements. So for the causes and condition, if we accomplish the causes and condition, then the resultant state comes by its own. So since it is dependent factor, it comes to own. And also in the 13th Vajra verses, it also talks about it a little bit briefly about it. So and the most very important point is that nothing comes into existence without causes and condition, empty like a sky or something like that. So therefore, the Buddha's resultant state has its own causes and condition. That's all.
tene da dorsong juksong ba tegi manjuk longchu jure jebang yu song ai dewa dan di tanda kongi sanje shi se tenjen den jung go se ya tene sun tubare de indu zane namju ngarang so pena ji da ga ju ba gi chanchu ge sem de la chanchu ge sem ye wa sum ro je sung ro manjuk tendam chanchu sem ji do sung re Mumba Chanchugi Sem, Juba Chanchugi Sem, Tane Tadandi da, Tundam Chanchugi Sem Sungare. The Induzane, Ju Chanchugi Sem, number Sum Yebegi, Devu Tela, Tunde Tela, Tane Sanjigi Kusung Namjachi Sung Yurua, the Induzane, Tundam Chanchugi Sem Gudela, Chugus. Tane Jiong Namjun Jik Tumung Songtan Che Induzane, Mumba Chanchugi Sem Gudela, Sanji Turgus. Juba Chanchu Semgi Kotela, Lungus and Sungurwa. That Tandan Dene, Chidan Tende Rede, Yinaya Tadong Temaze, Mumba Chanchu Semteyan, Longju Zogu Kui Jure, Juba Chanchu Semteyan, Sanji Trubegu Jure, Tindu Munju Nibote, Tachigdo, Jim Mumba de Sanji Trugu Chibu, Tadandi Joyin Bandao. Juba de Tene Longju Zobu Chibu Joyin Batele Mares, Pension Tene Jodan Gentile Chigres, Tindu Zane. Donna tene sanjigi kusum ngundun jibar chebala tene manju tondam chanchuge sam number sumbo tela dan nenten chegure saya tesung bare.
So here the Vajra verses 13th Vajra verses. Jiten Sungin also maintains the aspiring bodhicitta is the causes for the Sambhogakaya and engaging bodhicitta is the causes for the Nirmanakaya. So what it means is that usually when we talk about the bodhicitta, there are three kinds of bodhicitta. That is the aspiration bodhicitta, which is the causes of the Nirmanakaya. And also there is a second one is the engaging bodhicitta, which is the causes of the Sambhogakaya. And there is a third one, which is the ultimate bodhicitta, or the Pramartha bodhicitta, which means which is the causes for the Dhammakaya. And here, when we talk about the aspiration bodhicitta and the engaging bodhicitta, these two are actually becomes the become the part of the for example, the aspiration bodhicitta becomes the causes for the Sambhogakaya, and the engaging bodhicitta also becomes the causes for the Nirmanakaya. So therefore, these two are actually mutual. They will help each other, mutually try to give the aspiration bodhicitta will try to awaken the Nirmanakaya, and at the same time the engaging bodhicitta will also help to arise the Sambhogakaya. So therefore they are mutually benefiting each other for the arising of the Nirmanakaya and Sambhogakaya. So this is they have related to each other. That's all.
Waya. Da tene dorje song jubji bategi. Kusum tade meji juba yin songdo. Dan de songdo zane kare songgeresana. Tanda kundu 산제기 주 chanchuge sem number sum says sumbarwa. The Indizane chanchuge sem number sumbutida ngaranson de she jabji tende che indizane kaganda which is the young chane chanchuge sem number sumbutang year meba nyamsu lengu re sungdwa. The Indizane namju karisungresana penna. Tene dashin namgada nyambe simje tamche 산제기 공방 토벌은 4배 돈에 member chanchuge sems 대토벌은 뇌밭 대단 되네. 근데지 짐발라 소베기 라라라 주바텔라 주바찬주게 샘스 덴데기 삼바당 라레 대다 탐제기 랑신 차자 진부 강인 받들어 던담 찬주게 샘스 디지류산에 샘솜보대야 뭐 타메데베 랑신 되지리 송도와 디인두산다 샘솜보 뭐 타데베 메베 랑신 되데 인반 인두산에 제공업으로 줘봐 상제베 가서양 산지 그 고숨 스드잖아요. 장에 타대 받은 데지 요마레스 대송거 된도 카셰에서는 지 산지 들고 써야 돼. 산지 때지 쪼안다고지. 롱그 텔레티 다안다고지. 추구드 배첸 통본다고지 되지란데 신앙게 용거레스 때 말해서 된도 전에 고숨 써야 돼. 근데 뭐게 차네. 주고 뭐 동백의 차네. 주고 란신 사르와게 차네. 롱그 투진가바 매베게 차네데 둘구스네 오다 텐데게 ran시진지레 오티인도 자네 구숨보 타데 매바트네 가두에나에 되지 냠바침부 ngoole judu yore saya tesong barda.
So here the 14th Vajra verses, the three kayas are not separated but abide continuously together. And what it means is like usually there we have like consigns when the three resultant state, that is the like Nirmana Kaya, Sambhoga Kaya, and Dharma Kaya. And we take the Nirmana Kaya as the lower, and the Sambhoga Kaya as some better than that, and the Dharmakaya is like a supreme one. So what the Lord Jigten state is that there is no differences between these three kayas, resultant state. Why? Because this we have to practice these three things, these three in a unison, in a union form of these three kayas. Why? Because these three kayas has no upper and lower, but these three are all the same status. Why? Because these three comes from the causes and condition. Like for example, first comes the aspiration bodhicitta, which give rises to the nirmana kaya, and then there comes an engagement bodhicitta, which give rise to the Sambhoga Kaya, and also on these two, the understanding of the Mahamudra, of understanding of the emptiness, of the understanding of these two. On this top, this is known as the Dhammakaya, which is the realization of the emptiness or the Mahamudra on top of these two, and this is known as the Dhammakaya. So therefore, when we are practicing these three kayas, we have to practice these three kayas in the same level, unified, integrated together in one, three in one. We have to, it has the same status, same potential they have. So we have to practice these three as a unison, Lasola. And they are not separated from each other. They're union of each other, Lasola.
서선 다테네 도선 중앙바테기 산제 단제 심전주라 주세 대송바라 다디 인도전에 단다 공도 가르송송선은 주비be 값서 그좀 타데 매지 주바인 스는 송송 다 가와주 요래서야 지금 그러와 대인도전에 되니 남준 가르송교에서는 지금 안저 다 던바튼 로드 전에 망부 연구도와 turgugi shinkam minji shinkam singansun zambuling dang daji dela sobenji tengi kamtala turgu shinkams lungugi shing senuzun omengi shinkams tene chugugi shing seduzane tene chugi ying seyaji ta tene ji indeshe nane ta yungu yorwa ta tandan tene nguyu nesurgu wondu cheyende zane sanji kusum seyade kasang anzu shiwa nanshinre kansa sumla ngunze naya mere pena yedam gella demcho도 파모스도 저는 포지도 뭐지 말와 강사 부모님 말에 나랑 저기 승그란신 데버시비 닝보데 사차네 야그나 ngola 샤고레 동찬의 용근 ngola 샤송아 텐데지라 예담스는 송거와 테나신 인도 전에 산제서야 돼야 지 문에게 나랑 저기 승그란신 들 산제에서는 송거를 마도 근데 산제 공방 톱을 쓰도 전에 대무원도 줄 대도반 다르친 바지 토바이는 산제 톱스 송거를 마도 나도 되네 다자가 된 샤자투와 차투그리스티 세요 말와 산제기 주랑조 nga 차투그리 송요 말와 산제기 주랑조 상제기 송요와 마도베 주랑조 테네베 초사 데바잖아 테네 nga 차그레스 땡도 잘보 세상에 그 지연호 던도 차그레스는 송요 말와 땡도 산제 차그레스 송 땡도 다 산제서야 돼 단다 공도 시바난 신체네 테네지 승리란신 대라더니 뭐네게 산제 mom한테 대송거래 아 대치도 산에 간조디 지된 송고게 단다 드마 잡되면 송요와 랑 추구인 버 마시베 송도와 셈님모 원도 쳐봐야 만크로한 쳔베 셈쟁아 용 한번 추지 잡도 소송을 땡도 산에 라니 추구인 바 송이자도와 대치도 산에 땅가랑 초 라니 산제인 바타 추서도 산에 덴데게 산제대 구송게 란신인 바타 추구리 대치도 산에 산제 담지 유사대 신감지를 주도 요마레스 산제 추구롱고 주근 넘버 숨보디 마랑조 셈쟁이 줄을 주도 요레스 땡도 셈나지 데워르시베 님보디 산제 구송게 란신레 송게레
So here, when on the 15 Vajrayasis, all the Buddhas abide in the being's mind stream. And as we have stated, like in the 4th Vajrayasis, the 3 kayas are not separated but abide continuously together. Now, question arises: where do these 3 kayas abide? It is stated that it abides all these Buddhas abides in the being's mind stream. And usually what we have the notion is that when we accomplish the like nirmana kaya, then one abides in like kind of the in the world of the human beings, or in the world of these the Omin Shinka means Omin means the Nijishin means where the peoples are abiding. And also like when we are Sambhogakaya, then it's kind of the some other celestial palace. And when you talk about the Dhammakaya, we say that Dhammakaya abides in the kind of the like Dhamma Dhatus or something like that. But and also it's like when you talk about the like Chakra Sambhara, we talk about the Chakra Sambhara rhythm and its practice. And when we talk about these male and female and whatever so is, but actually we have to practice these in the nature of our mind, not other than the nature of our mind. All these rhythms, whatever it is the nature of our mind actually. Therefore, when you talk about the Buddha, and when we talk about the Buddha, so we don't talk the Buddha outside of us. We talk the Buddha within ourselves, within our mind stream. For example, the Lord Jigten Sungmin has stated in the 7 verses of the Tara's refuge. And in this, he stated that one's own mind stream has to be, the Buddha is there in our one's mind stream, because we don't know that. And this is how we miss. So therefore, one's own mind is the Buddha. We have to have the conviction or the understanding or the realization of that one's own mind is the Buddha. So therefore, when one is realized that one's own mind is the Buddha, so then only one becomes Buddha. So therefore, these 3 states, the resultant state of Buddha, states actually abides in each and every sentient beings, in the mind stream of each and every sentient beings. Therefore, it is stated that all the Buddhas abide in beings' mind stream. That's all.
Yeah. Tati indi dorson chonga bandegi nenga chi karusungere namju nganzo pena ta chowa dang tene mangbo chi nyamne nangerwa ti indu zane tene lagi jerim song indu zane tene ngaran choge ta chi soso rani laimba gongu yunanda ndeng laimba la gongu yunanda kandar tanzula gombege la del la tamsik samba segerwa then the tamsik samba the la yishi samba guktem jia ji yungro then the ji be a woman ge shin ne the la yishi samba tamje the tamsik samba la yeme de churu se ya da the choe na yungro 디 지도 전에 했더니 워밍이 신세야 되면 제가 지금 7월 지금도 송도한 지된 송원게 7월 지로 워밍이 신감세야지 요 드나 라이시 스모든 배 지보체네 주 근데 상원지 당기 요레스 때 말레스 오늘 제나 라이시 스모세야 돼 지신의 배치 근데 견뎌 준비긴들이 주 송원게 난조 상도당나 나신 제바이나 배치 배바 지금 오늘 상도당나 나신 제바이나 드네 워밍이 신감라야 되나这个马当근데 추라라서 배치했는데 유연애들이 배 수자 신부 근데 최된 게 상지 롱거서야지 배치 유여와 상당 시그레스 근데 배나 잔하기 양지 메트도 상당한 이나더니 오면 신감서야 돼배 강바 포장 지신 이동와 근데 지세 아직 자제 다 리우접지에서 이러와 간들 텐데 최네 유된 게 근데 유와 상당 그레스 디지난데 삼기레 된 문에서는 산제서야 돼 신감들의 사자질을 주대와 요 말에 송도와 그나지 인도 단지된 송공에 대송게 오민기 신라 아 주센도선에 갑대두기 문에게 된게 오민 엄마한테 소리서나 소속이 되는 심리 데버시비 행복한 거도 된게 오민 엄마한테레스 아 이나야 durjalama 송윤도 전에 되네 워밍기 신라 상제바레 세안다다 들리지 손도 되네 산제긴 도그나야 삼성 워밍세야데 야 주컴의 유베존도지 삼성 워밍세야데 양 주컴len 대베게 양 신감 신다지 임바들 송윤그레스 오늘 제나다지 7월라 신감 워밍세야지 문진치 구유나 되네 주란 산제기 금방 가와 또 디싱데 워밍기 신레스 된데 7월라 워밍세야지 문진치 구유나 다 되는 거 오면 뭐마데 되는 생각을 되버시고 있는 것들에 스테인도 전에 산제 탐제 심쟁기 줄에 주대도 전에 주사되는 생기 준이를 주도요레스 대지도 먼저 이시에서 봐줄 젠덴시를 가서 랑싱게 내는 젠장부 줄 숨도 왔어 랑싱게 내서야 돼 준이들을 보고 그래스 되는 양변나지 초와파 설위지 수도 드럼속도 와 이시반은 랑식에 내서 식 세로와 대식도 전에 야 신감은 신다지라 파 배송하나 지선은 마당 대도 가서는 샘 준이 경우가 파트니 예미도 뜸송아 지선은 당고래 송도와 대인도 전에 다 뒤된다데 네 산제 탐지 심진줄을 주 샌디기 뜬그레스네 단다 공직인 대체 가가나 근데 송요래고 대인도 전에 되지 인규사래
So here, an additional definition for the 15 verses. So when we have to it's very important to understand is that. So when we are doing some kind of like rituals or the practices, we have a like kind of visualizing the deities and also actualizing the deities. So like we say we first visualize the deities, then we actualize it to oneself and so forth. So that time, what happened is like we intend to invite the visualized the Buddha from some other celestial palace to one's own mind or something like that. So this is actually the kind of like notions that people have it. And what the Lord Gyalsen said is, this is not the case. So actually our mind is actually there. The Buddha is there in our mind in its complete form. And also it is stated that like by the Khenchen, one of the scholars. So when we talk about like the Walkman or the celestial palace, so if that is a Tibetan, then he might think that, oh, there must be some celestial palace which is very beautiful, but at the same time a lot of like kind of milk and butter and cheese and also milk and butter and cheese and so forth is there. You're able to able to drink and eat all this cheese and so forth. But if there is the Chinese people, then they must be thinking like a celestial being must be a very beautiful, very enjoyable, like having music and so forth and so on. So this is not the case. So in reality, what it means is it is within our mind. It's within the nature of our mind. When you talk about this, the from the celestial, the palace of beings. So some people think that it must be in the realm of the form realm or beyond that or something like that. But actually, when we talk about the real heaven, it is not other than the nature of our mind. So it is, then it is even in the kind of the when you are practicing in the ritual, it's stated that uh, like it has to be invited, and it has to be invited, and it has to be engaged into the form of mind. So sometimes when you think about engaged into the form, so people think that it is different from our mind and going outside the mind somewhere, someplace. So it's what the Lord Chigasungin stated is that it is not other than our mind. There's nothing celestial being which is beyond our mind. It is within our mind. And when we say engage into the uh, the Dhammakaya or engage into the Dhamma Dhatu, our mind, it means it engaged into the nature of our mind. So it goes into our mind and it's engaged into the nature of our mind. This is the point here. Lasoda.
tene tena shindu tandandi nganzo pena ta sanjedan lama ya tene ta susu tsawe lama tene chida lama sayin du tsane yang tene ngarang su ta chi nangsul la tene chi zukjengi kansa ki namba tene chi nangi yore te tuyandu tene lama ki ta chi lama sene nganzo meng tasa ngoma te lama ki tuk chunyi dirwa te yin du tsane tene tandan tene lama ya tene ngarang su dan rawa yo mare saya te tene sungyo sare ta chi kuzung rawa chi na ta ngarang su lama nang tebe kuzung rawa chi na ko chi chilo shinda chi ne lungba shinda chi na ko denden shuya tene chi yungire te yin ya lama te ki tuk chunyi de tene ngone chi nganzo to na nguyu nesru gondo che na tene lama da rangsam sanje sum rawa yo mare sene sung yung do te chi du zane tene jesu melegi ngur chi nandu di chi sung re kase 메메세게 되는지 웬베르 줄을 대바 있나 semba 조항항 들어 줘야 요 말레스 되네 라마 뒤송게 산제 되라 이게 되네 무구 대바 제 대바 있나 이 돈동 와라 내바 있나 되네지 라마 되다 뒤 나야 되는 자와 요 말레스 나 송도와 때 좀생 가르치는 차 용기를 쓰는데 라마다 되네 란섬다 산제 숨보데 오다 다데메베 좀 센다 라마다 란심 산제 숨보데 가두이나 양아라서 심리 공부를 유대바 임비 좀 생기고네 드는 자와메 바지 차로 위해서와 근데 인도산에 드는 등소그 동양 단단되네 산제 탐지 심진 줄로 유세 오다 되기 땡겨서래 데인도 다 계절 노동로지 쉬바이나 산제당 심진 선한다 라마다 란심 산제 숨게 또바 니네 된대게 또바된 타르카도 진송하이나야 되는 가능성 되고 산지 추지고 있는 공부도 토바 임바레스 오다 디인제 되게 되는 되고 산지 사유 좀데 단 도도 이제 쉬 차바 임바다
밀라기 sem dungdung jen kana chi song song la odi chi song na
제단 자신들 어떤 데려와라 맨에 웬베르 주나 저 체대와라 상대메 라마 투숨 산제라 이 동에 와라 저도메 손을 된다는데 어디 메메세게 웬베르 주라 선바 조상한테 존재요 말에 근데 라마 투숨게 산제 되라 이 동동쟁지 무극이 준체인도지 종마 송아 있나 라마 투숨 산제 되라 카텐도야스 개요 말에 어디 송을 와 라마 투숨 산제라 이 동에 와라 저도메 이게 와서 지단 무구게 되는 로 주마마인 줌 디유나 시부터 와라
Lasso posuna. So here now it's a the complementary and additional ascriptions for the 15 Vajra verses, and it is stated that the reason why it is stated that the Buddha and the one's own Guru. So, like for example, if you think about their form and so forth, we may find it different from us. Like if you think about the Buddha's, the Guru's form and all this, but if you think about their mind or the nature of their mind and so forth, so if you think about the nature of the Buddha's mind or Buddha, master's Guru's mind, then there's no difference between the Guru's mind's nature, one's own nature, and therefore it is stated that Guru, one's own mind, and Buddha is not different from each other. It's not separated from each other. So therefore, the Milarepa has stated that if you are being in the cave, they like being a sadness, kind of feeling the sadness. There's no end to that. But at the same time, with the devotion, if you pay the like a devotion to the masters, to the Guru, then there is a kind of like there is no separation from the master, from the Buddha, and one's own mind is not separated. If you have a like kind of like a pure devotion, then Milarepa stated that there is no separation of your mind from the Guru and from the Buddha. It means that your mind, the Guru, and the Buddha are the same. It has the same nature. So this is what the Milarepa stated that. So it means that all the Buddhas abide in the mind, in the being's mind stream. Plus all.
라서 당은서 되기 총 등기 돈들이 공직대 단도르든 로시 슈 심바트네지 되네 대인도 전에다 달래 되네 다와지 하스지게 다지 투천로지는 다와지 하스로 다이나 주튼 대가서 망보 말이대 이나야 다와지 하스가 나라들은 가서 공직대 지 슈야게 고급 총알이 되네 인도 전에 되네 지 텐수 토라 당보 토말 지 공신난게 되네 공신 나외 토네 되네 지 되게 고름 딩 자름 딩게 되는 자름 딩낭 사회 제라 되네 아주 가서 우리 게이 갈갈 준ken게 게준 넘버 매바 있는 예시에 대한 자무세 고마와 된대 인도 되네 게준 넘버 되네 아지 게주르 유 예시에 대한 인케 매나야 민리운도 산에 되네 생케 넘버 단도나 되네 달랭게 간주 공지기 추티 다지 용수도가 리드 중앙데라 되는 데리오 용수도가 되네 토마르 되네 투지 체스 된도 원에게지 갈와상보 배충송 간이스나 공지 직된게 감소 되네 총내 아무로 제자사지 로요레 이나야 무로 제자사기 생기 저번 직된 송군에 송대 단대 천진 자벨람에 바르기 되는지 라마 주바의 제베기 진랍슈 대베기 되는 배 송랍 자진부지 어떤데지 인도산에 되는 tenso고 돌아 다지 시 신기 유의 매라의 대좀레대 이나양 거지 시기 유의 쿨전에 내레긴 주야게 고급 유와데 베마시베 나랑원의 손음 첨본도지 섬기유 근데 인도산에 되는 달랭게 고린한 게 참말라 되는 두지 체에서는 쉬어야 되지
So now, with the vital point of the fruition, we have completed here the 7 units of the teachings of the Gongchiks, and it is almost like 1.5 months. Actually, the teachings went on. Actually, the session is not that long, not that much. But somehow it took like kind of 1.5 months or more. And first and foremost, I thank for the organizer and one who come up with the ideas for the organizing the teachings of the Gongchik. and who try to make it successful. And the second one is I thank for the people who are there, the translators who translate, and without the translations, it won't be successful. And the third one is that the people who listen to the teachings, and it was very fortunate for all of us. And thank you so much. And also, very importantly, this Gongchik teaching has the story of 800 years, and it comes down from the great masters until down to ourselves for us. And here I'm trying to explain it, the Gongchik. I'm not sure whether I have explained it precisely and perfectly as what the master has stated, but I'm trying my best to explain as much as possible with my understanding, on the level of my understanding, best on my best level, try to explain it. So since it is coming from all the great masters until now, and I take its opportunity, and it is kind of so fortunate for me to be a part of it, and all of you. So thank you so much.
Oh yeah. And that Gongchik tea 요새는 지금 공직이 중대 배 자체부 땡사부 텐데지 인도잖아요. 근데 당에 응원에 미세기 티야기 내세 대시란 당부랑 요 말에 티인데 참참디 공직 대체나라 디지송요래. 계시 공직이 중대 시시나 야고지 파시에스 시마시는 조바랑 삽 송요래 티인도잖아요. 전선 제연도잖아요. 대세양지 공직 티유라도잖아요. 대세 신한 제고양도 오지래. 다 이나양 근데 달랭 간다지 티 시메나 마도이바 다지 소소 톱에 점쟁도 전에 제다한테네 다지 네 공지 긴디 추티 근데 팅 카시지 슈사 가든진 근데 켄첸 군초 전세를 뭐지 군도는래 대인도 자네 되는 지 대인도네 간다 랜단 카시지 퇴슈 되는 거네지 난켄근 거네야 천이 상화지 인도 자네 나야 대한 생이 상황이 나와래 다 슝켄 용원에야 슈외 값수배 자신 자상 상회 돈에지 슈예매 강시대 간다지 대바당 단항지기 돈에 원에 슈외인 대인도 전에 간다 토야의 야구지 토요 성성적으로 들리지 대인도 전에 대장 마제베기 다 단답버도 배치 mello nishu 자랑지 ring라 pechi loril gunji tingmari ti yuresana pechi lam chawando me gunji pa tiya ya mambu ti ne yaji tiya mewegi londo jine sozogi yaji gunji dewa kanyo wa jila loril la tsare de jegi yu o ti indu da tensogi de jumzen de chene de talen da ji zawa koran rang ge ton man do de ndo ji shu eshe mission de ji de ne da tering ju yongsu do wa de ji tubare
So the Gongchik teaching is actually very profound, and it's very extensive. And I'm not sure whether I have done the best of the best, and how well I have been, given the teachings. Actually, it is stated in one of the Gongchik's teachings. If you know the teachings of Gongchik, then you should explain it extensively and profoundly. Otherwise, if you don't know how to, teach the Gongchik, then you should teach it very fast and quickly and finish it. So something like that. But whereas, I have listened to this Gongchik teaching from Khenchen Gyalsen for over 20 years, maybe. I can possibly say that I've listened teachings from Khenchen Gyalsen for 20 times or for 20 years like this. And when I think about the Khenchen Gyalsen, from the point of the master point of view, I think there's no problem because master is the authentic master, and I receive the teachings from the authentic masters. And also I have a like kind of faith and devotion is the pure, but I doubt whether I have a understanding, the real understanding of the teachings or not. This is the questions. But somehow, even if there's no teachings for the Gongchik, but later on I read the commentaries once in every year, and so on and so forth. Then therefore, like having these kind of experiences. So today here with you all, I try to explain whether I know or know, whether I know or not. So try to explain as much as I could, according to my like kind of my capabilities, my abilities. So this is how we have completed here. Lasola.
nge teda tamje ge garin jisu tembe tone oda te tamje ge gomba zo to wa tinde ji tene manam shuyi tene chamala dashi dele ta pese te garang gone ne cham tang ne ngon cham je tene ji laso.
So like it is for this reason that if with the teachings of this Gongchik, if there is like some kind of like the benefit for you listeners or the other sentient beings, then I take these merits, offer to the Khenchen Gyalsens and also all the continuations of the like the masters, great master, who are very kind from all the way from Jiten Sungin up to until now, and also the who are very kind, teaching me like kind of the the Kaka Ganga, and from that on until the the who are all the teachers who has benefited me to make me at this point to understand the Gongchiks. So therefore, then I wish and I aspire that all the wishes and the aspirations of all these great masters be accomplished, and the peace and happiness for all. So today, for me, this is all what I can say. And thank you so much. That's all.
Thank you so much, Khenchen, Nyima, Gyalsen, Rinpoche. Thank you, Khenpola. That's so wonderful. So on behalf of organizers, Susu will have a few words to Khenchen and Khenpola.
So I hope everybody can hear me. So on behalf of the Vietnamese, we call our Zoom room the Bodhicitta Zoom room, Zoom Bodhitam. We would like to gratefully thank Khenchen, Nyima Gyalsen Rinpoche, and also Khenpo Khenle and Chupan Kunzang for Khenchen's wonderful teaching, for Khenpo Khenle's wonderful translation, and for Chupan Kunzang for all his advice and support. And so I would also like to thank Chupan Kunzang and Lama Abo for giving us the idea of inviting Khenchen for the Gongchik teaching, because we actually are a group who have never done the multi-language teaching before. So this is our first time ever. And we would like to apologize for all the technical mistakes and other mistakes that we have committed in the beginning because we are so inexperienced. But as we all know, the Gongchik teachings are so precious. And even though people say that you really need to understand the basics first before you learn Gongchik, but to us, Gongchik is the perfect foundation, is the perfect view of Lord Chitin Sungkung and of all Buddhas. So if you understand the perfect view of Gongchik and then you based on that and you do your practice, then you would not go in the wrong directions. So we want to thank you, Khenchen, so much for allowing us to be able to receive this teaching from you, because this is the perfect connection with Lord Chitin Sungkung and with the perfect teaching of Lord Buddha and of the Chukung Kaju lineage. So we want to thank you and offer our most sincere appreciation. So we also like to thank you, the translators, Lama Kunchok, Rocco, Catherine, Sonam, Alex, and Victoria, for allowing us to offer this teaching to students of other languages. And we also would like to thank the organizing team, the host, Pauline, Christy, and then the technical team of Chung and Nia and Kim and Alice, Luan, Huyen, Sarah, Fawn, and also we have a transcribing team. We have Hang and Zung and Ming Châu and other members who also volunteer. And then we want to thank the participants and the volunteers, because without you, then we won't have a successful teaching like this. So we would like to also sincerely and with all our heart to request Khenchen Nyima Gyalsen Rinpoche to please come back and to give us more teachings on Gongchik and on other subjects as well. And we also would like to also thank you, Khenchen Kongchuk Gyalsen Rinpoche, for giving all the wonderful teachings to Khenchen Nyima Gyalsen and all the teachers who have supported Khenchen Nyima Gyalsen Rinpoche, so that he is a perfect teacher for us to give us the teaching on the perfect Gongchik. So thank you so much, everyone. So now we would like to invite Chupan Kunsang to say a few words.
Okay, so I will speak English. I think Khenchen Rinpoche will understand. So first of all, I'm very, very thankful, Khenchen Rinpoche, from my bottom of heart, that your very tight schedule, even you took the time for us, all our Digunga students. It was many our Digunga students here in Europe and other countries. They wish it's a very long time to get completely Gongchik teaching from authentic master. And because every year centers, they invite lamas, they teachers coming, they have only short time. So they can give only short instructions, even 2 days and maybe 5 days, no more. So it is like we Tibetan call ring into napidobidom. That was the long time wish many sanghas who would like to get really Gongchik teaching thoroughly from the Khenchen Rinpoche. And I was the one of who was trying to arrange that beginning, and then our sanghas, and then especially the organizer from Vietnam team, everybody want to do that. And now we have received all these teachings from Khenchen Rinpoche. Every participant here and organizers, Khenchen Rinpoche is very, very busy, and he has lots of schedules, and many of wanted to get teaching from him. But he took the time for us and got the teaching Gongchik till now. And as I know so far that Khenchen Rinpoche, that there is no better teacher can teach like Gongchik in India, outside of Tibet. Maybe there in Tibet some teachers can do, because Khenchen Gyalsen is very busy. He's now also quite old, so we don't want to bother him. That's why Khenchen Rinpoche is really, really that we are so fortunate, so happy to get all these teachings. And we would like to thank you so much, Khenchen Rinpoche, your health, your long life, and we respect from the bottom of heart. And then we wish future also such organizations, such a occasion when it's possible that Khenchen Rinpoche and you can recommend us which teaching will be good for you, suitable Khenchen Rinpoche and suitable for translators, suitable for the participator, our students will be very, very grateful, because this was extremely good experience, I think. And then the organizers, so thank you very much. You all organized, even it's not very easy. And the translator, of course, our Kenila, main translator, in German translator, and Russian, in Vietnam, all the translators, you are the second teacher in this Zoom. And without you guys, there's no way to get the information from Khenchen Rinpoche. So translator, of course, Loza, the Lobin, unite, Lobin together. Teaching was like Pendrita Khenchen and Loza's you guys. So that was very extremely good. I'm very, very happy for that. And now for the participants this time, you have got it teaching. Of course, it cannot leave. Once you get, we have to review that and study that, and any kind of result you have, maybe you have to report Khenchen Rinpoche, that teacher will be very, very happy. The students study and practice, and that's why I'm so, so happy, and I'm very grateful, Khenchen Rinpoche. Thank you very much that your kindness and your hard work, and we will never forget you, and we need you again. Because your teachings are very easy and very perfect and very precisely, and that lots of Sangha give me also lots of good feedbacks. They really get this time good teaching from Khenchen Rinpoche. So I would like to thank you so much, everybody, and hope to see you again in the Zoom with all these people or beautiful face. So some realizations come next time. That's all I want to say. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. Last so can jump start the lab here.
Thank you so much, Tupon Kunsang. So, Khenchen La, please come back with us next year. Can you promise it? Okay, now I will stop the interpretation room, so own translator can say few words with Khenchen La.
Yes, their experience.
It's end now.
So everybody can talk.
Our old translator, Rocco, Alex.
Our translators want to say something. Khenchen Rinpoche, or your experience, it was hard for you, it was too fast for you, it was not easy for you, or you guys are very happy about that, you can just tell today here in Khenchen Rinpoche, in front of Khenchen Rinpoche. Speak somebody, Kimbola.
Khenpola.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for coming here, and especially it was so fortunate for me to be here as a part of the translator.
Excuse me, please don't translate.
Please go ahead, Khenpola.
Yes, actually, it was so clear, precise, and it also clarified a lot of doubts that I have for a long time. And I'm so fortunate, and thank you, Khenchen La, for this one. And there is no doubt for the teachings of the Khenchen Rinpoche. but as a like kind of shortage for the English like languages, since the English language is not my mother tongue, not my native language, I may miss, or since the English language has some kind of, what do you say, the barrier between the Tibetan language, because there's no such word which can correspond to the Tibetan words. Tibetan word is so civilized and, for 1,000 years word. So there must be some shortages about explaining from my part. So these things I will later try to translate and try to cover up all these in a small booklet, and hopefully within this year there may be coming a small booklet which explains about the Khenchen Rinpoche's teaching. And I think definitely the time will have some kind of benefit. And Khenchen Rinpoche, thank you so much. And also for the organizers, thank you so much. And all my, the colleague translators, so happy to be with you all. And I wish all long life and happy, and especially Khenchen Rinpoche, Khenchen Konzo Gyalsen Rinpoche, and all the kind masters up until from the Lord Jiten Sungin, from the Buddha to the Lord Jiten Sungin, and from there up until our masters. I wish and I pray the aspiration all fulfilled and peace on earth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Khenpola. And now our translators.
Now Victoria.
Victoria.
Yeah. If you can hear me, I just wanted to say thank you so much to Nyima Gyalsen, because these teachings were really amazing. I have heard quite a lot of teachings before, but I was so much surprised how Khenchen Nyima could answer all the questions and clear all the doubts I ever had. And now I really feel like I'm having all the teachings of Buddha absolutely clear and absolutely full in my mind. Maybe this is a mistake, but for now I have a wonderful feeling of fulfillment and the wholeness of the whole Buddha's teachings. And I also want to thank Lama Kunsang very much, because I dropped into this translation group very unexpectedly at the very last moment, but that was a very lucky chance for me. So Lama Kunsang, thank you so much. I'm so happy that we have this auspicious connection, and I hope that will last forever. And also the Kimpo Kinley, thank you so much for being the bridge between the East and the West. And without you, we won't be able to cross the ocean of samsara. So thank you for rendering this wonderful Tibetan language into the English one. And of course, thank you so much to our organizers. I cannot even imagine how much patience it took from your side, and every day reminding us and clearing all the doubts and solving all the problems. I really admire you, and I'm sure that is your part of the Buddha's mind, which acted for the benefit of all of us and for all beings. So thank you so much indeed, everyone.
Thank you so much, Victoria. And Lama Kuncho, you want to say something?
Gongchik yawo shio shungsi, da kero moche sungen ni pe re shungsi, da yawo chungda me chungde, da geju tozi rang rali di micho, kero moche sungen de dorje sungde pe re shungsi. Da nga zi dili ya, di konzo karza, dande ki zum di nali ya, gyage nali nyi chikde, dili konzo ya, dige ki vi chari kani ya, chaje nali ya konzo gyanan ki, mi gyada yishi shinjo chikda, gyada sumchi shinjo chikda duwa la, da di, konazo kante ina hao moze, nga di nali ya, kiran di geju re sha, ni konzo li gyorjan shiro je sikido la. 아니 니메군이야 게로부지 권다 숨교대 권 니메군이야 고라돌이야 결장을 제 권도 이야디 권도도 자나들이도 권도 미 자디 이슈자라 신조직다 야 자라 신조직 위자로 그룹을 니도 권도 디는 가시 디나 좀 나를 인념도 니가 요라도 망샤 권도 니 비네 니도 메어라도 디도 권도들이 고라도들이 디도 권도 배제 고릭 신도 권도 수유리 제는 하면서는 어디 가서 그 내단도 어디를 시도를 캐는 거지. 근데 걔는 뭐지 다른 배 디장제 가서 배 아니 뒤주의 배 망고지 나제 가지도 야고 쉬고서 대 다 고란 쪽이 미시 지게도 배다 제주도 야고 연애도 배 야고 용 당아라도 제주 지게도 전에 가리냐면 지게도 배게 다지 가서 그래 비게 니네 제럽들만서 내지 고도도 차서 배야고 중걸 이들 캐로 보지 되네 배지 다도 고는 뭐 고는 이지나로 송제 되네 배 야니야서 최지 콜로 고로나서 군데 샤베데로나서 고는 배 지금 소프도 때문에 제데 예 다가라 주더니 캐로 보지 부동 공비다 심전한 걸로
라소 그들은 라소
It was just short from Lama Tile. One very interesting thing is that the group, WeChat groups even from China there was more than 100 people. They cannot maybe get directly, and they just said they want to listen again. And then he was the who repeated, and before the teaching start, he was every day to repeat them the Khenchen Rinpoche teachings what he was giving before. The people from the China, there was people even from China, the two groups, each one has more than 100 people. So Lama Telen also said a very nice thing is he said, there is no question good or bad for the Khenchen Rinpoche teaching. It's perfectly very good, but the listeners have got good news or not is to depend the translator. That was
Thank
nice.
you, Lama Chinle.
That is so sweet. And how about Rocco, Catherine, Alex?
They are not here. They're here.
Rocco is here. And where's Alex? Rocco, can you unmute yourself? Oh, here's Alex.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I want to express my really appreciation for the teaching, and I feel so thankful to have the opportunity to help with this translation. And I have no words now. I really moved for this opportunity and for receiving this great teaching, especially from Khenchen Nyima Gyalsen Rinpoche, that I had the opportunity to be with him in Germany once. And thanks all the translators, Khenpo Nyima Gyalsen, that I have the opportunity to talk with him many times also, and all the organizers of this teaching. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alex. Rocco?
Yes, thank you so much, Khenchen. It's quite an honor to interpret for you. And what a wonderful teaching that you gave, and then such concise and then in the simplistic terms, yet a very profound meaning. I feel very honored to have this opportunity. 非常感谢 Khenchen 给我们这个机会，这么好的法教，用简洁有力又有深意的语言来给我们这个法教。And I'm very lucky that to be able to perform interpretation for some of the Chinese students. Thank you so much. I hope that we have further opportunity in the future. Thank you. May you 愿你四大调和六时吉祥. Thank you, Khenchen.
Where's Catherine?
I think she's left.
Oh, sorry, may I say one more thing? Because before I forgot to turn on the microphone for the Vietnamese students. So I just want to say just a few words to the Vietnamese students, if you allow me. Dạ thưa, hồi nãy bởi vì con quên không có bật cái micro lên đó, nên con cũng xin gửi lời cảm ơn đến tất cả nhà đã tham dự cái giáo lý Gongchik này cũng ngài Khenchen. So in 2015, when His Holiness came to Vietnam for the very first time, we have already requested Holiness to please give a teaching in Gongchik, about Gongchik in Vietnam, but there was not enough time. So we translated the Gongchik teaching for the Vietnamese since 2015, but not until now that we have the greatest opportunity to receive teaching from Khenchen for the Vietnamese students. So in the beginning, we thought that requesting the Gongchik in Vietnam would be the best thing, but then now that we ended up having a multi-language program of Gongchik for everyone in the world, and we feel that this is of a much better of greater benefits to everyone. Dạ thưa, hồi xưa lúc mà sư tổ Tibetan Rinpoche qua Việt Nam năm 2015 á, thì chúng con có thỉnh ngài để mà giảng về Gongchik, nhưng mà cái cơ duyên nó không có đầy đủ. Mà bây giờ chúng ta có được cái chương trình Gongchik này bằng những cái ngôn ngữ khác nhau cho tất cả mọi người trên thế giới cùng nghe, thì cái lợi lạc nó sẽ to lớn hơn rất là nhiều ra. Con xin tất cả chúng con trong ban tổ chức xin toàn tâm tri ân Khenchen Nyima Gyalsen Rinpoche đã cho chúng con cái cơ hội này để mà có thể lắng nghe giáo lý, và tất cả chúng ta đều được lắng nghe giáo lý, và không những chúng ta mà những người khác ở trên thế giới này nữa. So thank you so much, Khenchen Nyima Gyalsen Rinpoche.
Thank you so
And
much.
this is Rocco. I forgot to say that I also want to say Susu, the organizer, to have this idea.
No, I'm not the organizer. We have a team.
You have started it and then wanting to make this available for all students, not just Vietnamese students. That's a very wonderful thing. And all the translators working so hard, and then the organizer, they have to start at least 1 hour prior to the teaching. So I really rejoice your effort and your merit. Thank you, everyone.
So much. Well, now can I unmute everyone so all participants can say thank you to Khenchen Rinpoche? Hello, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Rinpoche. Angela. Thank you, Thank you.
라서 다창마가 드린 투지체 양절 마음보다 내가 봐야 양절 좀 투야게 레와다 만남다 드린 배전한테 슈이 드린 지선 제용 어떻게 주로지.
So, like in the future,
I aspire to come back and
we'll meet again in the future.
I think you all can unmute yourself if you would like to speak.
Thank you, Khenchen. Thank you, Dhamma Kunsangla, Dhamma Kunjoka, all the translators, Victoria, Rocco, Catherine, Sonam, Alex, you are wonderful. You are doing a very great job. Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khenchen.
Thank you, Khenchen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Khenchen.
Thank you so much.
Rinpoche.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Rinpoche.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Thank you, the organizer and all the translators.
you.
Có ai mở hai cái máy lên một lúc ra, phải tắt bớt một máy đi ạ, nếu không thì sẽ rất là ồn. Nếu mà bạn nào có mở hai cái máy thì tắt bớt một máy đi ạ. Thì mọi người nói nó sẽ không có bị vọng.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you ban tổ chức ạ.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Khenchen là right now.
And the organizer.
So Khenchen là right now we have started having Tibetan classes for our Vietnamese Zoom participants. We have the Tibetan classes for over 200 people with 6 different classes, and the Vietnamese nuns and teachers, the geishes, are teaching us Tibetan. We have 6 classes and 2 main classes, and then 6 study groups classes. So we hope in the future we will have Tibetan Vietnamese translators who can translate for you. So we put very high hope in our students, and they are studying very, very hard. And so please be patient with us, and then we'll have Tibetan Vietnamese translators soon in the future to teach, to translate for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
many of them are the students here. I see their faces, so I'm waiting for them to be able to speak Tibetan very soon.
I hope so. Thank you.
I hope so
You
too.
guys can practice now. Can say something in Tibetan to Khenchen La?
Yeah, say something in Tibetan.
In Tibetan.
Yes, I can say delay.
Natural delay.
So I
have to open my book to say good night in Tibetan.
Okay.
Simja Nango.
Oh, it's so funny.
How do you say Khenchen Sungchur, right? Sungchur is Dharma, right? Dharma teaching. Kirangi Sungchur Pe Ya Buddhu Rinpoche.
Very good.
Anybody would like to say something to Rinpoche, please open your mic.
So Khenchen was that if you study very hard Tibet, he will come back soon.
Last one,
So now he need to go. He has a meeting.
Happy.
Yeah, we're all happy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye, Khenchen La. Stop now.
Bye, Khenchen La.
Everyone to go have.
Yeah. Take care. See you next time, Khenchen.
Kim Janango, Jae-yong.
Okay.
Sangma Jae-yong.
Sangma Jae-yong, too late.
I have a question.
So now we will have a Sekangma teaching with the Gachun Rinpoche. Bây giờ Gachun Rinpoche sẽ dạy Sekangma.
Somebody has a question.
Yeah, I think Katia have a question.
I just had a question about where the teachings are, if you could post the website, and also if they can be heard in English or if they're only in Vietnamese.
Yeah, in the YouTube link.
We have the YouTube channel and we post everything on there. It's called Bodhi Tam for All. We post